All right. If you look at the chart, the first thing that stands out is that the stock is still in a broader downtrend, but trying to stabilize. You can see it here. That's the first observation I made. Definitely, there has been a downtrend like this, but now it seems to show that it's trying to establish some kind of stability. You can see it here. And the price is around 1305. The current price is around 1305 that we are looking at. And here is the key structure is when we look at it, it's just above the 20 EMA, which is 1299. It's above the 20 EMA and clearly below the 50 EMA, 1355-ish range. That's where it is, 1355-ish range. And far below the 200 EMA, so that I'm not showing it here. So what does that tell us? The bigger trend is still bearish. But in the short term, though, we are seeing a sideways consolidation or some sort of base building attempt, I can call it as. In terms of support and resistance zones, now let's mark the key zones on the chart. So the immediate support zone is 1260 to 1290. I marked it in blue here, 1260 to 1290. That's the immediate support zone we are looking at. You can see it. It just bounced off of it. It didn't fall through. It tried it once here, and then it broke out of it here. Then again, it bounced back. Again, it took support here. Again, it took support here. So this range seems to offer some good support. But even stronger support, I would see around 1200 to 1220. So if the price breaks below this range, the next support is here, which is 1200 to 1220. And I also see, when I look back, this range seems to be pretty solid because it seems to be offering a lot of good support. When I do some kind of backtracking here, I would see a lot of support in the past as well at this level. Now, in terms of resistance, the immediate resistance zone is around 1310 to 1330. Is the yellow zone, 1310 to 1330. That's the immediate resistance zone. Price is currently struggling in this exact area. You can see it. Currently we are here. It's trying to go past it, but it's not able to do so. And after this, the next resistance is around 1350 to 1375. This is the range we are looking at. 1350 to 1375 is the range. Once again, what at one point will be a support will turn into a resistance at some point, right? So that's what we see here. This seems to be the next level of resistance. This seems to be the strong supply zone. Now, in terms of momentum check, now RSI is around 49, I believe. Yeah, 49-ish. And it's right around 50. That clearly shows indecision, no strong momentum. And the MACD is -8, still negative. Momentum is weak and not yet bullish. Moving average is 20 EMA and 50 EMA. Here we have the blue one is 20 EMA and the red one is 50 EMA. The price is clearly between the two EMAs. It's more of a compression phase, similar to what we saw in Tata Motors earlier. Now, when we look at the last 5 days activity, the price action story, if we zoom into this, the last 5 days action, let's do it. So April 8th and 9th, we would see, right here, April 8th and 9th, you would see price was higher around 1340 plus. Somewhere here it went above 1340, but then we saw selling pressure, so it had to come down. It tried to sustain over there, but it didn't stay there. A lot of selling pressure pushed it further down. On April 10th, you would see a clear down move came in on that day. And there is no indecision. It was very clear that the sellers were moving in. And on April 13th, you would see that the price tested lower levels near 1265, this range, and it bounced back up slightly. And now on April 15th, we see a doji or a spinning top candle. And that is very important in my view. What it tells us is buyers are stepping in at lower levels, but sellers are still active above. As a result, whenever the price is going up, the sellers are able to bring it down. So at lower levels though, buyers are definitely stepping in. So what we are seeing is lower highs plus support holding and leading to tightening of the range. So what do we watch for next? This is where things get interesting. So the bullish scenario is if price breaks and sustains above 1320 to 1330. So we are looking at like 1320 to 1330. If this range is crossed upwards, then we can expect a move towards 1350. All right. So the moment it crosses the first resistance and then survives there, if it holds, and then it can easily go up to 1350 plus range. In terms of bearish scenario, if price breaks below 1260, right, if this support is broken, in this case the downside toward 1220 to 1200, so this will be the range. It can open up, it can fall down to this level. Right now 1260 to 1330, 1262, we are looking at 1330 is 1330 is here to 1260. Yeah, so this range, what we're talking about, 1260 to 1330, that's the key range. We should be watching for that, and this range becomes important for the next directional move. So putting it all together, what I'm going to say is short-term bias is sideways with slight bearish pressure. Again, this analysis is based on price still below the 50 EMA, clearly MACD is negative, and repeated rejections near resistance, like I explained in this area. And a doji candle confirms indecision. The today's candle is a clear doji that confirms indecision. Okay, like always, a disclaimer, this is only for educational purposes. It is not to be considered as financial advice in any way. Thank you so much for staying with me on this video.